Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. My name is Afrimanisa, NIM F0A020011, Industrial Semester Study Program. Okay, here I will explain about ultrafiltration technology for produced water treatment. What is the petroleum industry? The petroleum industry is one of the industries in Indonesia that continues to increase from year to year. The increase in oil production was offset by an increase in the amount of waste resulting from petroleum exploration. Petroleum exploration what is called producing water or water producing, which contain organic and inorganic material which have the potential is B3 waste or material toxic and dangerous, which affects the environment and human health. On activities exploration, 80 million barrels per day of crude oil will produce 250 million barrels or day of produced water with height level cut 1,220 mg milligram or liter. Dissolved sulfate 2 milligram or liter, ammonia 10 to 300 milligram or liter, and phenol 0.009 to 23 milligram liter. Ultrafiltration process. The real-time analysis carried out, namely membrane flux and rejection. Initial characteristic of the membrane pH cuts total oil contents BTX at or benzene tones sealants. TTS total suspended solid, ammonia, and phenols. Number 1. Membrane flux and rejection analysis. Flux calculation. The feed is fed to the membrane module at a pressure of 1 bar for 55 minutes. Sampling done every 5 minutes. The flux is calculation from the data sample volume, sampling time, and area membrane surface. From the data volume and sampling time, the flow rate is about net volumetry per minute is generated or Q equals VT. After obtaining the data, it is then carried out flux calculation as follows. G equals 1/8Q. Membrane rejection. Rejection analysis was carried out by comparing the concentration of the parameter contained in producing water with and the result per minute. The equation for calculating the rejection is a following. Percent R equals 1 CP CV time on 100%. Number 2. Analysis of the initial characteristic of the membrane. Analysis of membrane surface morphology and membrane cross-sectional structure using scanning electron microscope. This is to determine the functional groups on the surface of the piece. membrane analysis using attenuated total reduction in infrared spectroscopy, ETR 80,000. Number 3, pH analysis. pH analysis was carried out using a p-meter Huawei 96107. The total calibration is carried out first using a buffer solution of pH 7. Furthermore, for measurement sample, the tool is inserted into the sample solution to a certain age limit. Number 4, code analysis. Code or semisal oxygen demand analysis was performed using a code meter. Step 4 is sample preparation. If a dilution is required, the dilution is carried out first. Furthermore, each sample of 2 mm was mixed into the reagents to be using the dose of injection that has been provided is then shaken. The sample was then heated using cold reaction Huawei 839-2800 for 2 hours at a temperature of 150 degrees Celsius. After heating, the sample is allowed to stand beforehand until warm for about 20 minutes. Then do the mixing and then let it cool down completely. After that, the reading of the sample is carried out with a photometer. Number 5, total oil contents or TUC analysis. Total oil contents analysis was performed using gas chromatography. Number 6, BTX analysis or benzenes, toluenes, and silenes. BTX analysis is performed using gas chromatography. Number 7, TCC, total suspended solid analysis. TCC analysis was performed using gravimetry. Number 8, ammonia analysis. Ammonia analysis was performed using a UV spectrophotometer. Number 9, phenol analysis. Phenol analysis was performed using gas chromatography. Fluke profile. The fluke normalization profile G0 for various types of variables can be seen in Figure 4. In general, after the ultrafiltration process is carried out for 5 minutes, the flux flow tends to decrease. This is because at the beginning of the ultrafiltration there were two particles, the points of the surface of the membranes. The longer the time, the more particles are stuck on the membrane surface so that a gel layer is formed, which eventually forms a cake. The effects of solid diffusion of the membrane surface on the discrete influx was initially significant. Increasing the filtration times make the transfer of pollen material on the membrane surface relatively reduced, so that the effect of reducing the flux is also reduced. The comparison of the K layer that has been formed gives a gradual decrease in flux at a later stage. After more than 20 minutes of operation, the relatively gentle decrease in flux indicates that an distance of the cake layer format is relatively constant. From the picture above, it can be seen that the decrease in flux a pressure of 2 bar is greater than that at a pressure of 1 bar, with a decrease in flux percentage of 59%, while a decrease in flux at a pressure of 1 bar is 2.5%. The decrease in flux is caused by a blockade or fouling in the membranes. Fouling occurs because the oil droplets are absorbed and or deposits on the membrane surface or between the porous membrane, which then form the cake layer. This cake layer is placed on the latter surface, cover the pores of the membrane at a higher pressure, which causes the membrane fouling at the red hair. That's all from me. If something goes wrong, please forgive me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.